Hello YouTube, this is dvdreviewsstudios here, and today I'm going to be doing my Christmas haul video for 2015. So I'm going to begin with the Blu-rays and DVDs, and then I'll move on to the rest of the items, which my main gift this year was a brand new 32-inch television, so I will show my setup of that towards the end of the video. So first up for the Blu-rays, we have the complete first season of Better Call Saul. This is an absolutely tremendous spin-off to Breaking Bad, and watching this all the way through, marathoning all 10 episodes over the 3 discs, is absolutely perfect because there are so many minor details that I didn't really notice when watching it week after week when it originally aired. So definitely would recommend Better Call Saul. It's an absolutely amazing prequel to Breaking Bad, so I shall be doing an in-depth review of that over the next year. Next up we have the third and final season of Hannibal, which I was really devastated when Hannibal was cancelled, and I'm still holding out hope for a revival of this series since it is absolutely extraordinary and overall one of my favourite television shows of all time, but it looks as though it's not really going to be getting a 4th season, which is disappointing, but the director of this has actually hinted that there might be a movie based on Silence of the Lambs with these actors coming out in the next few years or something, maybe like a send-off of the series. So I am holding out hope for either a series 4 or a movie or something, but really I'm devastated that the show is no longer on the air, but the final series was perfect and the ending was superb, so that is Hannibal Season 3. Next up we have the Avengers double set of Avengers Assemble and Avengers Age of Ultron, which I'm not really a big fan of the Avengers films, to be honest. I did review the sequel, which came out in May of this year, and if you want to check out my movie review of that, then there shall be a link in the description. But I might do a review of the box set just so I can talk about the Avengers Assemble and maybe just do an in-depth review of the Age of Ultron film as well. So that is the double box set of the Avengers films. Next up is a Blu-ray that I got from Australia, and that's because the UK, it doesn't look as though the UK will be getting a Region B release of this, and that is Rick and Morty Season 1. What an absolutely astounding animated series. I really thoroughly enjoyed this. I watched the full Series 1 and Series 2 online. I think there's only 21 episodes of this, 11 on this series and then 10 on Series 2. And I really cannot wait to get Series 2 on Blu-ray, but Series 1 is superb. It's such a great television show, and I did get some more Rick and Morty related items in this Christmas haul video, so I shall show those in a few minutes. So that's Rick and Morty Season 1. Next up we have another Marvel box set, and that is the X-Men The Cerebro Collection, which contains all 7 movies of the X-Men franchise, and then we also have the 3D edition of Days of Future Past, which I might sell that disc because Blu-ray 3Ds are worth a little bit of money, and I don't really have a 3D television or a 3D Blu-ray player, so it's not really as much of a use to me personally. But yeah, the X-Men films are fantastic, and my personal favourite is definitely Days of Future Past, and I watched the first X-Men last night, and the updated quality looks superb. So that is the Cerebro collection of the X-Men films. And finally for Blu-rays we have Jurassic World, which was another film that I really thoroughly enjoyed. It's a really nice homage to the original 1993 Jurassic Park, and definitely the sequel we deserved, even though I did quite like The Lost World. It just had some bits to it that weren't necessarily as good as they could have been, but Jurassic World would definitely recommend, so that's that. And then for the DVDs, I picked up the 3rd and final season of Ashes to Ashes, which is the spin-off show to the original series Life on Mars. I thoroughly enjoyed this. The ending wasn't as good as I thought it would have been, but I was really holding out so much hope for another ending like Life on Mars, which probably wouldn't have been as good either, since it would have been basically a copy of the original show. But yeah, Ashes to Ashes, pretty good overall. I'm a huge fan of Philip Glenister as an actor, so that's Series 3 of Ashes to Ashes. And then finally, a blind buy for me, Battlestar Galactica Season 1. This is the remake series from 2004, and I believe there is a original television series from the 1970s or 80s, which I've not really checked out, but people have recommended to check out the reboot series, so I shall give this a watch at some point. It was only £2 anyway, so it's not really much of a loss if it's not very good, but it's a 4-disc set, and I'm very much looking forward to watching this. So that is Series 1 of Battlestar Galactica. So moving on to the rest of the items I picked up this year. Okay, so moving on to the rest of the items, first up we have my Funko and Kid Robot related figurines, which I've already filmed a separate video of, so if you want to see my whole video of my figurines, then just go over to my second channel, Vinyl Reviews, where I frequently do videos of my Funko Pop collection and Funko Pop reviews and such, so I shall save that for my second channel. But moving on to the rest of the items, the Rick and Morty stuff which I mentioned before, I got a really great deal on the website Zen Monkey Studios, which did a limited edition holiday box, and it was limited to 500, and it came with an exclusive shirt of Rick Sanchez exiting a really cool portal, which I just had to have. It looks really cool. It's probably one of my favourite t-shirts at the moment. And it came with a random t-shirt off the Zen Monkey Studios shop. The Rick and Morty Volume 1 comic book, which basically just has the first 5 issues of the Rick and Morty comic book series, which is quite nice. And a little bonus Mr. Meeseeks plushie, which is quite nice as well. So I'll show the second t-shirt. There's the first one with the really cool Rick design. And here is the design of the second shirt. Of course, it's a little spoof of Mount Rushmore with basically various versions of the character Rick, which is quite funny since it comes from a convoluted episode where there is a whole council of different variations of Rick from different timelines, which is a really cool episode. So I do actually quite like that t-shirt as well. So moving on to the television setup. Okay, so here's a quick look at my television setup. Of course, I've just paused an episode of Hannibal just so then there's actually something worth looking at on the TV screen itself. But the TV was a great buy. I think it was £150. It's got internet access, so you can watch Netflix and YouTube on it and such. And it's a 32-inch LED television with 1080p quality. So what more could you want? It's absolutely fantastic. So I'm definitely impressed with the TV. The Blu-ray player is underneath it, of course. And I suppose I'll just show the rest of my setup. The DVD collection hasn't really differed as such from the last time I showed it, which was probably around this time last year, just at New Year's. And the only problem with this DVD collection now is the fact that I have to store a load of movies beneath the TV, and they get covered in dust and such, but more or less just Adam Sandler comedies and things that I don't really watch as often as I should. But there are a few box sets down there, and I would very much like to maybe expand my shelves, or basically just demolish this lot and get some brand new shelving, and maybe some shelving for the Blu-rays as well, just so I can display everything all in one place. Which leads me to my next point: where do I keep my Blu-rays? A couple of people have personal messaged me and asked about that, so I guess I'll just quickly show that as well. And here is my Blu-ray collection and where I store it, which if people have been following me, or if anyone has been following me from the very beginning of when I opened my YouTube channel, if you note some of my previous videos, some of my very old ones, you will know that I used to keep my DVDs in these exact drawers because I just did not have any shelving space to actually put them anywhere. So I've literally taken back to doing that only with Blu-rays now, which is more or less a bigger fit since I've got 2 drawers more or less full now. And yeah, I am not necessarily a huge collector of Blu-rays, but I would like to start collecting a lot more since there are so many movies I want to upgrade, and watching the finest quality possible. And with a new TV, I guess that's more or less the purpose of having a new TV, so I would like to watch so many more things in better quality. So that's more or less my Blu-ray collection. I'll save that for our new video coming out in the new year, but I have just under 100 Blu-rays and would love to expand that number, So to conclude this video, I just thought I'd mention a few things. First of all, this has just arrived from Amazon to join the stack of Blu-rays and DVDs, and that is Taxi Driver starring Robert De Niro. What an absolutely captivating film, and what a stunning performance from De Niro. I recently picked this up on DVD and I've watched it over and over, so I thought I'd just upgrade it to Blu-ray since I cannot wait to watch this on the brand new television. So that is Taxi Driver on Blu-ray. And for the rest of this video, this is going to be a huge thank you to all my viewers and subscribers. I very much appreciate all the comments and criticisms that I do receive, and more so, thank you so much for helping me reach 1,000 subscribers. What a huge milestone, and I couldn't have done it without the people that frequently comment on my videos and share my videos and such. So of course, thank you so much to all the people that have helped out and basically helped my channel grow. So of course, a very huge thank you to those people. And for videos that I would like to do next year, personally, I don't have too many ideas, so if you have any ideas of what videos that you would like me to do next year, then just leave a comment below with some suggestions. But I would like to do an updated Blu-ray collection video, just of course to show how much the collection has expanded. More movie reviews since I took to doing that this year. And if you want to check out my current movie reviews, I've got a playlist of videos such as Age of Ultron, Jurassic World, and recently the Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. And as for other videos I would like to make, maybe top 10 videos, not necessarily top 10 favourite movies or TV shows or whatever, but more or less top 10 favourite Futurama episodes, for example, top 10 Breaking Bad moments, things like that aren't necessarily as widespread over YouTube as it is. So that's pretty much DVD Review Studios done for 2015. I hope you have a great new year. I hope you had a fantastic Christmas. By all means, let me know what you received for Christmas in the comments below. And please either like, subscribe for more content. Thanks for watching.